they're here thanks to eBay. They're Fleer cards. They're about the Series V. Unfortunately, they're about the Series V, which wasn't a great series, but wherever I bought them from, put a wax pack in too. So there you go. So these are from the year 1984 for real. 1980. There we go. From the Warner Brothers production on NBC called V. I love V. V brings me back to my 9, 10-year-old self. Now the series was in '84. The miniseries that ran '82, '83. If I'm just thinking off the cuff, I'll begin to learn more and more after I do these shows, and I'll have more and more to say. That's how my shows work. So here are the V trading cards about the series. They're disappointing trading cards. I don't know how many I'm going to do or what I'm going to talk about. So this show is just introduction to V and what's going on. So we just don't have to look at the wax pack. We can look at different things. The cards themselves, not a lot going on with them here. This is all we get. This is an odd font. I have to figure out what that font is. This is all we get. Not a lot of background. I'm always disappointed with the cards most of the time. But this is really not giving me a lot. So we have 66 because the card lets us know. V, the series was not great. How it even got on the air in the first place, I don't know. It was an afterthought. The miniseries, the first miniseries, was a phenomenon at the time. It was so awesome. Everybody talked about the lizards and all that. V, the final battle. You had Kenneth Johnson either quit or got kind of got the boot because that's television, right? And they took a slightly different direction, which I still don't mind. If anything, it brings in Michael Ironside as Ham Tyler, and that's enough for me. And then you have the balloons in the air with the red powder. A lot of fun with V. It teaches us lessons that we should still keep in mind today. Especially, I'll leave that alone for the most part. So yeah, I love it. I always love V. I try to watch it maybe every 4 or 5 years, including trying to get through the original series, adding the series that came out in the aughts, which did 2 seasons, which had its flaws, but wasn't bad. But these are the cards, so hopefully the cards will get us to something new as we go. I'm not quite seeing a narrative here because they're just all about action shots. So unlike Buck Rogers and Hi Kitty and other things that we do, there we go. Okay, I disappoint myself here. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about V so quickly, but I want to get it out in the ether because V's still great 80s sci-fi, not schlock, but trying to do something and get across a message. Now it's got some schlocky moments to it, right? But great show. And I'll get my novels out because I always read the V novels. V novels were happening with the authors at the time. Crispin comes to mind. Did a lot of good Trek novels as well. Yeah, V. That's all I got. This is a disappointing show. So if you stuck with me, hey, thanks. I'll get more specific with V later. Here's their little spaceship mock-up. No real books about academic books about V. You got plenty of books about like Battlestar Galactica. You got a few, maybe one book about Buck Rogers. Well, of course, we have like endless pages on Trek and Star Wars, right? But V is worth exploring. Maybe one of these days, if I have the energy, I could do something like that. But for right now, I just want to get it out there, and I'm sure there. And I haven't scoured YouTube to look at other people geeking out about V. I'm sure they're out there. And the difficult thing about V, it's difficult to search for because all you have is V. So, Meg's looking stuff on eBay, tough. So it's going to have to be like V television series or V science fiction or V visitors or V lizards. There you go. So I'm going to talk about V more and more using these cards, and I'm gonna do that one of these days. And of course, we got the lizards eating things too. But that's where we're at. So we'll do Ready for a Chase later, and that's it. V, it's starting. I'm excited. Yeah. I am.